This is September 1st, 1995, and we're on Great Western Island in the Penobscot Bay, along with two expert climbers, Tom Bartlett and Ralph Wardwell, who will now come down and inspect their ability to dig clams. That's Ralph bent over there with the hole, and that's Tom just getting ready to see what's what. We'll move a little closer and see how Ralphie's doing.
There's probably 4 or 5 clams in there. What size them, Gussie?
Okay, let's see.
Ain't they good?
Ralph,
Hold one up, Ralph.
We do better with this kind of a rake, don't we?
Yeah, either one. Look at the size of that goddamn thing. Nancy, can I get a hold of that and play it all night long? You ain't got a goddamn sound on that thing, have you?
Yes, it certainly did.
They're down pretty deep.
Yeah. There's hard clay down underneath. That's why no commercials take a light.
As you can see, clam digging is not easy work.
Well, they certainly aren't mating with anything.
There's nothing there.
It's still the 1st of September. It's about 11:15. We're looking from Great Western Island across the Cape Rosier. That's the point, the head of the cape. And we're coming down here. That's all Cape Rosier. And down over here you can see the results of some of our digging at Small Creel. Is mine. It's about 1/2 what Tom Bartlett got, and about 1/10 what Ralph has. There's some of Ralph's theirs. He's off wandering around now. There's the boat, and Tom's down washing his clams. And right over there is either Pond Island and a freshwater pond, and over there is Hog Island. That's almost due east. And this is the tip of Great Western Island. Come down here, and we're gonna have a little lunch, catch a few, pick up a few mussels, and then go back. The white thing out there bobbing in the rock. Okay, this is Saturday morning, October 14th, 1995, and we're leaving Castine at about 8 o'clock in the morning at low tide, making our last run for clams, mussels, and whatever. And now we're passing right by the Holiday House, which is at the end of Tarantine Street, and I don't know if we can see up the street and see any of our house or not, but we'll keep a sharp eye. No, I guess not. It's blocked by Giamatti's house. And here's a little Catholic church. And next to that is the old Brophy Cottage. And next to that is Murphy home. And there's John Brooklyn's coat who just went by. And now we have a series of homes that run along the waterfront of Castine. That's Eleanor Dudier's dock. Her home's across the road. And there's her museum, Wilson Museum. And some of the other homes that run along here. Little boathouses, that's what I need. A boathouse. I just don't have to go out in that damn tram to get this boat. And there's James Fisher's house there. Lovely house. Lovely piece of land. And there's a guest cottage. And there's Pierce Estate. And see some big fancy architecture up in front of that house. All the jiggles in here are coming from that 50 horsepower outboard that's driving the boat. And now way down the point of it we can see Funzel's mansion. Right there. David Carroll Funzel. And we come back here. Fort Madison. And here's Ralph Wardwell.
Auto Rock.
Auto Rock.
Auto Rock.
Okay, right up.
Coming up on Dyson Headlight.
Okay.
See it?
Yep.
To be restored in 96.
Auto Rock. That's Dyson Head. Castine Harbor. And over there you can just see the lighthouse peeking above the trees. That's the lighthouse in Tom that I hope to get enough money to restore to its original condition. There we see a
You're on camera.
lobsterman at work.
Two of them. You'll never get a better picture.
No.
Never.
No.
That's the bait. That's the bait trap.
Yeah.
No lobsters. I haven't seen a lobster come out yet, have you?
No.
Okay, he's gonna put them down.
There they go.
How about?
We're coming down on a windjammer of some sort. It's dead ahead of us. Penobscot Bay. Don't recognize it yet. We'll wait till we get a little closer. It's pretty calm out here, but the boat bounces a little bit at the speeds we're running at. Which is flight speed. We're coming up upon this schooner now. You may got the name, Tom?
That's that. Timberwind.
Pretty high up the back. It's almost 9 o'clock and we've landed on Pond Island. The island has a pond in the middle of it that we'll go take a look at in a little bit. This is the beach, and here's where we landed. Here's Tom getting his stuff out of the boat, and Ralph's gone down the beach a ways. There you can see him. He's out prospecting, looking for some signs of clams. Yeah, Tom, in a minute. Let me. He doesn't look too happy at what he sees. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's some seals splashing in the water there, having a great time. It's taken from Pond Island. This little sign on Pond Island informs everybody that this is a bird nesting area, and this is under the Maine Coastal Trust, and not to disturb things and build fires and so on and so forth, but it's open for the public to visit. We'll come on down here now and see if these guys are getting anything. We'll take a look at what they're doing. It's on the eastern tip of Pond Island. Ralph doesn't look too happy. We're still here on Pond Island, and that's my miserable catch after about an hour of digging. So I'm gonna let that lie and walk down the beach a bit, and behind that clump of trees is the pond in Pond Island. I'm gonna go down and take a look at that. Hold on, be right back. Oh, en route in our walk we spied a clammer down there. That's Ralph working in the rocks. Notice how he doesn't get down on his hands and knees, but straddles the hole and digs from the hips. It's tough work. Tough work, particularly in this rocky soil. But he'll have a couple of creels full before we leave. This is the pond on the western end of Pond Island. The trees in the distance are the far western tip of Pond Island. And you can see the pond here, which drains out to the ocean through this meandering creek that comes around here and goes on and on and on and on, and finally works its way out to the water. It's brackish here, but it's still tidal, but I suspect there's some source of water on the island to maintain that pond. Right here you can see if we can get close enough, the sea heather plants. They're very abundant here, but they're all burned out from the drought and never really got to bloom. But be a good place to come to pick sea heather in a year that didn't have such a dry July and August and September like we had here. Here's another view of the pond on Pond Island, and you can see that just over this bank here is Penobscot Bay. This sandbar protects the pond, and you just jump over the bar and there you are out in the Penobscot Bay. It's quite rocky on this side, as you can see. And we're looking due south now. On this side, the pond just drains very gently through sand, through that cut in the distance there, out to the bay. It'd be a great place to take the kids in the summer because it's very easy walking. It's a sandy beach by Maine standards, and very gently sloped, easy to play in the water. And way across in the distance is Cape Rogier, the head. You can see some of the homes out there. That's several miles away. Okay, carry on. Here's the beach. This is the beach on the north side of Pond Island at low tide. You can see it's a beach relatively clear of stones, again by Maine standards. That little cut there is where the pond is draining out into the bay. And again across the bay we've got some of these big mansions off in the distance. And we're down the beach a bit. And there's the good ship USS Mingo, waiting to return us to Castine. We hope. There we're seeing Ralph now. There's Ralph working the ground.
Look at that.
Look at that, look at that.
Beautiful. You want to dig a few more?
Beg pardon?
You want to dig a few more?
My hole's back at the place.
Oh. Oodles and noodles.
Ralph, does that pond have any fresh water in it, or is it all salt?
Probably from the land. Walk into it.
This is October 23rd, 1995, Monday morning, almost noon, taking a last look at our house at Castine Street before we close it down. As you can see, the flag is down. In fact, the mast snapped in the last windstorm, and we're securing the house for the winter, even though we'll have a house sitter in it there. See, the big elm next to the house has lost all its leaves, as have most all of the trees in the area, except still a little red on a few maples up the block. But we're just taking a last view of the Castine area, and we'll look at our neighbor's house. This is Jeff and Margaret Hallett, who are now in Minnesota. They're only here about 1 week every quarter or so. And then next to them is the large academy house that houses graduate students at the Maine Maritime Academy. And that takes us right down to the corner. That's on Court and Castine Street. And we'll just mosey around a bit now. This is another view of our house from the up-street side. You can see the little back porch, garage, and you can see Mingo's pram, which is put up on blocks for the winter. Mingo's boat is being David Punzelt's barn out in Penobscot, where it will be reworked. And going up the block here, we come to Louise Brown's little cottage that is right next door to our house. And then next to Louise's house is the Maine Maritime Academy property called the Helm, which we're interested in buying or getting a long-term lease on. The Academy just uses it for storage now, and they've stripped it of its stairs and that sort of stuff, and it looks rather unattractive, but it's really much bigger inside than you would suspect. Would make a nice place for us to have as a barn and guest cottage and workshop and so on and so forth. And then on the other side of the street, just up from us, is the Hooper's house, a elderly couple. He used to run a General Motors dealership here in Castine. They've been retired for some years. I think they're both in their late 80s or early 90s. Very nice couple. The sun's in our eyes a little bit, but this is the view from our front porch down to this open piece of property. On to the right you can see the Catholic Church, and that sits on land that was once Fort Pentagoet or Fort Pentagoet, built by the French in the early 1600s. And we'll mosey down there, look a little bit more around. This is the end of Tarratine Street where it hits Perkins Street, and of course if you went straight on and didn't stop, you'd be in the Bagadouche River, and you can see some of the islands across there. House right on the corner is our friends the Munts, Nancy and L.D. Munt, retired doctor from the Philadelphia area. And next to that is the Holiday House, a big B&B that we've had various friends stay at. We'll go down and take a closer look. Also at the end of Tarratine Street, where it intersects Perkins, is the Trinity Church, the Episcopal church known as the Little Stone Church. This is where Jeannie got married in 1993. Unfortunately, they've added this, what I consider an abomination, to it and changed its character quite completely. But the original church was part you see right there, and it still is lovely, and we will have it on one of our benches as it was, not as it is. We're now down on Perkins next to the Holiday House, looking back at our house, and in the background you can see the Maine Maritime Academy residence dormitories, and the back of the house directly across from us, the Giamatti's, and then up the block the Hooper's house again. Unfortunately, this land will probably be built on in due time, since the church owned it and sold it off so they could waste it on that monstrosity. That's just an opinion, but it's a correct one. This is a closer view of the Catholic Church that sits on the ruins of Fort Pentagoet that I mentioned previously. Babs painted this on a coffee table I finished, and it auctioned off for $300 at one of their church fairs. And we'll go down to the waterfront now, in front of the church. Our easy access to the Bagadouche River. We're now looking out into Castine Harbor, the various islands across from the town and the mainland, Brooksville. And when we come up here, we'll get a good view of the state of Maine. This is the Maritime Academy training ship, which shall soon be taken away in November and probably not replaced for a couple of years. So this was the last season we will probably see the state of Maine. And the dock down there is the dock that belongs to our friend L.D. Munt and Ham Mitchell for their boats. And again, we're up here looking at the Holiday House. And while we're down here, we'll take one more view of the stately cooperage on Tarratine Street. This is from almost at the waterfront. This is looking down Perkins Street towards town. It's the Munt house on our right, and then the next house is the Mitchells, and way down at the end you can see the Rogers house where the road turns slightly. The magnificent elms have lost their leaves, but you can see what beautiful big trees they are. It's about 65, crystal clear, just a absolutely gorgeous day. We're down on Court Street a bit at the town commons, which is bordered on one side by the Unitarian Church, which at one time was the meeting house for the town, and at one time the Congregational Church. This is the famous tower of this church. It's can't think of the architect's name right now, but it will come back to me. And it borders the commons. There's a little vestry of the church, and behind that is the Adams School, which is where the Historical Society is restoring to store their stuff. And here's a little commons itself with a monument to the many from this area who served in the Civil War. We're back here looking at the Unitarian Church, which borders the town's common, which at one time was the town meeting house, is now the Unitarian Church. And behind it is the Adams School that the Historical Society is restoring. It will be their headquarters. Here on the commons you can see this monument to the many who served in the Civil War from this area. Behind is Gunilla Pettis' house. Her husband is a Swedish ambassador to India or something of that nature. And Esther Parent's house, gal who had great connections with Gus Long of Texaco, etc. And there is the actual schoolhouse that the town now uses to educate children ages 1 through 8. And then coming around here at last we see Witherley Library, the town library. And this is a better shot of the schoolhouse, the Adams Schoolhouse, which is now still, well, it's still in operation, grades 1 through 8. We're jumping around a bit now, looking at the town clock atop the Trinitarian Church, the Main Street Church, which was a project that I helped on a little bit with Tom Bartlett and Fritz Foote, the restoration of that clock. And this is the church we attend, and we'll go inside and take a look at the interior and the stained glass. This is a view of the stained glass windows in the left side of the church, or the side facing the water. This church goes back to about 1820. Seen many changes. The pulpit, simple church. And then we'll look at the stained glass windows on the other side. And these last two. And then this is the old organ that's supposed to be on its last legs, but it's a beautiful thing to look at. It's about 3 o'clock, still on Monday the 23rd, and we're in downtown Castine, looking at somebody who's talking down there. I have no idea who that is. I can't know, just some stranger or whatnot there. And we'll take a look at the edifice that remains on the corner of Main Street and Water Street. in downtown Castine, home of the Castine Variety Store. As you can see, owned and operated by Bernie and Janice Fitch. And across the street is Four Flags, sort of a knick-knack store. And here comes somebody up from down at the waterfront, which is the bottom of the hill. Great big old elm tree is, you can see that elm tree in postcards that date back to the turn of the century, so it's an old one. And here's what they call the little yellow brick house and other little houses in downtown Castine. And there's the Tartine Market, where we can buy our groceries and things like that. And we'll turn around now out of the sun and look up the hill. And looking up the hill, we can see the business establishments. There's not too much activity now. Art gallery. Here's Java Joe's, which is closed for the winter. Little coffee sandwich shop. And then down this back alley here takes ones to Baz, little inn, and the dining porch which overlooks the bay. Very, very nice place to eat. Generally some people on the patio out there enjoying the sandwiches and soup. And we back down to the rest of downtown Castine on a busy, busy day. This is looking up the hill from down at the town dock. Castine Variety Store. Halfway up the hill you can see my van in front of that truck, and way in the distance you can see the steeple of the Main Street Church. The road runs all the way up to Battle Avenue and the Country Club, the top of the hill, which is about a half a mile. This spot is known as the town dock. It's the meeting place at lunchtime for everybody who brings their sandwich and brown bags and sits here and has lunch. They're all gone now. This is October and all the tourists are gone. There's the state of Maine with the this old sailing boat, the Bowden, snuggled up next to her. This little outfit here is called the Breeze, where you can buy hot dogs and stuff in the summertime. Of course, that's all closed. That lobster boat out there belongs to Kenny Eaton of Eaton's Boat Yard. He has traps here in the area, and then he sells lobsters to anybody who comes into his boat yard. Now you can see the number of boats out has really dropped in the last week or two. A lot of moorings out there with no boats on them. As you can see, the moorings being those white or red or colored balls. And there in the distance is some homes along the waterfront in Castine. We can go pan some of those, see what it's like. This is Dennett's Wharf, which is closed, a popular eating place in the background there with the yellow and red roof trim. And then these are the backs of buildings on Water Street that face the dock. That big old elm tree again I was talking about. Bay is Brooksville, and you can pick out here and there some of the homes that are. This is October 29th, 1995. We were in Fairfax, Virginia, watching David's soccer team called the Falcons. That's David right there with the black hood on the back of him.
No, we go that way.
We're going to see some real excitement. This is at the end of the first quarter, and they're getting instructions from their coach.
That's all there is. Everybody give them a line except for
Okay, here they get ready to go.
Will in the middle. On the line in the middle. On the line, David.
There he goes.
That's it. Now you look like you're ready.
Everybody spread out. Spread out. Spread out.
They're behind right now, 1-0.
Both of them. Thomas, Thomas, come this way. Come here, Tommy.
We'll try and focus on David for a bit if we can follow him.
Ready, guys? Scoot over that way a little bit, David. David front. Scoot over that way.
Go get it, guys.
Be ready, Kev. It's coming back. Be ready, Kev. Be ready. Here it comes. Back up, Kev. That's it. All right. Okay, it's going to be corner kick, so go to the goal post. Kevy, find the post. Kevin. Kevin. Kevy, find the post. The post. The goal kick. There you go. Corner kick, right? Okay, to your left a little, Kev. A little to your left. Go left. 2 steps. That's it. Watch him right there. That's it. Go right now, Kev. Get your legs ready. Go right, go right, go right, Kevy. Go right.
Oh, it's a goal! Unfortunately, that was for the other team.
When the ball's over there, you got to go back to the net more. Now, when the ball's over there, you got to go back to your net more. You can't get out that far.
Go on the line.
Right.
Okay.
Kevy, Kevy, when the ball's inside, you got to go back. Okay, you have to go back to the goal when it's inside that far. Okay, be ready now. Be ready. Not that far. Back up, back up, back up, Kev. Back up. Back up.
There's David moving in on the ball. Or watching it.
David, watch the ball.
The ball. Look at it. Look where it is. Move toward it a little bit.
Come on, get it, David. Get it.
Go ahead, get the ball.
Let's go, Falcons. Let's go. Go, Jason, go.
David, go get it.
Come to the ball, David. Come to the
Get it,
ball.
Kevin.
To the ball.
Get it out there. Go after the ball.
There's Mommy watching the team down, Grandma Babsy.
You're doing okay. Get in, Will. You just don't play, and you can't walk off the field. What happened? Did you fall down?
Go ahead, Jason. Get the ball. Kick it out. Kick it out. David, get it, David. Stop the ball. Kick it out. Kick it out. Good job. Good job.
Go back, Kev.
Stop
Go
the ball,
back.
Jason. Kick it out. There you go, Jason. Good job. Good job. Get up.
Go, Nick. Go. All right.
Good job. David, go get it.
Good job.
Kick the ball. Turn around, kick the ball. Turn around, kick the ball. Go ahead.
Let's go, Falcons.
David,
Charge
go
the ball.
get it.
Charge the ball.
Get
Charge
it,
the ball.
Kevy.
Good
Get it,
job.
Kevy.
Good job.
job.
Charge the
Get out of
ball.
there,
There you
guys.
go.
Good, David.
All right, that's the way to do it. Ball's on that side. Use that one.
It's one of the cheerleaders
Good job,
we have
David.
on the side.
Hey, at least he kicked it.
Come here, Falcons. Come here, Falcons. Good there, Thomas. Good playing.
Good job, David. Come on, David. That's how you break time.
Right there. Y'all go over and get the juice snack.
Oh, it's halftime?
Time activity. What you got there, David? Did you kick a goal the second half?
Can you get a goal? Cameraman, need to
I better have one. Thank you.
I highly recommend the chocolate.
Okay, up there. Thank you.
Good stuff.
Boy's aggressive.
Go on the line, Falcons, on the line.
On, Falcons, wake up there.
Richard! Richard, you go after that ball and kick it! Come on, you can do it!
Spread out, Falcons, spread out.
You ready, Thomas?
The ball in the goal. Stay in front of the ball.
Go, go, go!
Go, Falcons, grab
Kick the ball, kick the ball. There you go, kick the ball. There you go.
Come on, David, go get it.
There's our David.
Nicholas, that's your catch. Back up from it, Nicholas, run up to it. Falcons, watch the ball, watch the ball. Go get it when he kicks it.
Will, get ready to take a pass. Move back.
Go, Falcons, go.
Richard, run after the ball! Richard! Get the ball!
Now watch now. It's a yellow throw, so what would you do? Where would you go?
Falcons, watch the ball. The goal.
David on defense.
Go get the ball. Go get the ball.
Get it, Will! Get it!
Get it, steal it.
Steal it! This way, David! Get in there and kick it! Go get it! Go get it from him!
In the third quarter, tight game. Falcons just barely behind, 0-5.
Go get the ball. You guys don't watch it.
They don't seem to follow up on their ball.
Kevin, you ready?
This is Falcons at the third quarter break, getting instructions from their coaches to how to pull this game out. I think it's down 0-5 or 0-6. But they're taking a little refreshments right now. This is the ceremony at the end of the game where the teams shake hands with one another and then go through a little and then here they come through. This is their highlight. And the Falcons scored at the end, so they weren't shut out. Leaving Fairfax Soccer Field on October 29th, 1995, as we say farewell to the Fighting Falcons. We're now eating munchies and other good things, getting last-minute instructions from their coach for next week's game.
Come here, Falcons, come here, Falcons. Come on, Jason.
Hey, parents! Coach has a treat for the children. Have us out playground.
All right, played a great game today. Great game. Has a great score, Kevin. Okay. Now, we will. Okay, everybody needs to meet Miss Debbie. Everybody needs to meet Miss Debbie up the swing session. Listen, y'all. Listen. Now, listen. Everybody needs to meet Miss Debbie up the swing session. She's got a surprise for all y'all. Okay. Now, put your hands on the ball. 1, 2, 3. Go, Falcons!
Yeah, and there's old Kyle. Just come up from his nap, having a little donut hole. Watching the big guys. Oh, here they're getting something over there. A reward from the coaches.
Nicholas!
Oh, yes, I did. Yeah, right, thank you.